Hi, crafty friends. This is Amanda. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from an iced over Michigan. It looks beautiful, but it's freezing. I wanted to do a compare and contrast of the Simon Says stamped die and the Stampin' Up! Die. The stacked hearts from Simon Says Stamp looks awfully similar to Stampin' Up's detailed hearts die. Now, I'm going to have to say ours and theirs only because it's Simon Says Stamp and Stampin' Up. I mean, if they had better names, I mean, not better names, but you know what I mean, shorter names that both didn't start with an S, it would be easier. So ours is Stampin' Up and it's on the left-hand side. Theirs is Simon Says Stamp and it's on the right-hand side. At first glance, you'll notice that ours comes in a nicer packaging. It comes in plastic that you can either choose to use or not use. I don't use it, but at least it has that option. Theirs comes in an envelope, and the size on the envelope, the picture on the envelope doesn't even represent the size. It's a little bit smaller or bigger, but it doesn't say on the envelope, it doesn't say, shown at. Now, I do like that it is shown, but I don't like the fact that they have just a flimsy envelope as their packaging. I am a Stampin' Up! Snob. I kind of wondered to see if that was justified anymore. There are so many stamp companies on the market. I've been a Stampin' Up! Snob for 6 years now. I just wanted to make sure that it was justified. You understand? Sometimes us snobs have to reevaluate. So you'll also know that their die is much smaller. Their die retails for $14.99 and ours for $29. So it relatively the same price because theirs is approximately half the size as ours. Now, I'm showing you here that I'm using a not so great plate, but it's not as bad as the other one that I took out, and nothing would cut on it. If you're having problems cutting, check your plates, guys, because really those do factor in. I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to cut them here at once because I wanted to show you cutting them at one time. That never works because, hello, they're both detailed, so foolish me. I'll do it right. I promise. This time I'm getting it right. All right. At second glance, you'll notice that their die is full. It doesn't have the, it's a little bit harder to poke out, but it came out pretty easily. And they're all one size heart, which is different. The attention to detail from Stampin' Up, I think, is what draws me to their stuff because their attention to detail. For instance, look at these inserts of the hearts. Theirs is still a heart shape, but it's not as nice. It's a little bit more wonky of a heart. Ours is a perfect heart shape. So the inserts and the negative and the positive are both completely usable. Now, can you use their inserts? Yes. It's just a little bit different. It's not as clean of a heart. It's a little bit of a wonky heart is what I'm going to say. Perfectly fine. I don't mind it. I would use it, but I like the fact that Stampin' Up! Has a perfect heart on the inside and a perfect heart on the outside. For something like this, I wouldn't do a sweetheart heart, so this is perfect. I really do like it. And I like both of the shapes of the hearts, Stampin' Up's and Simon Says Stamps. I just like the inserts a tiny bit better. I also like the fact that Stampin' Up! Left some of the hearts full. I thought that was an interesting attention to detail look. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you a different brand snob? I'd love to know, and I'd love to know why. And I'd love to know if you're a Stampin' Up! Snob, or if you don't care, you just go, wherever you like. And if you want this one, or if you have this budget, you go to this store or that store. Tell me what you like in the comment section below. I'd really appreciate it. On the left-hand side is an A2 insert. You know what I mean? It's a 1/4 of an inch difference, but this is always what I work on. I always work on the first panel, a 1/4 of an inch difference. And on the right is a 5x7 or an A7 size card. As you guys know, I only deal in A7s except for thank you cards. I might do no, thank you cards are just about it. So overall, with the size, with the attention to detail, I'm still a Stampin' Up snob. I really tried to find something extremely comparable. I did not realize when I bought the Simon Says Stamp die that it was so much smaller. I thought, my goodness, this is quite a difference in price. I can't believe it. What are they doing differently? And come to find out, it was just a smaller die. It's kind of hard for me to see things differently on an A2 in a picture because they look so much bigger on pictures. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that could be a 5x7. They're like, oh no, that's an A2. It's much smaller. But I didn't realize that because I had no reference. So when I saw the samples, I thought, wow, it's big too. You know what I mean? So I was a little bit surprised when it came in the mail. I was also surprised with the packaging it came in, just the envelope. So that's not going to last very long. You're going to have to do something different with that, even if you don't use Stampin' Ups. At least they do have a plastic covering. All right, so I decided to make a background with Distressed Oxides and make a card because I did all this work. Might as well make a card. So really quickly, I think I used picked raspberries. Oh, nuts! I forgot what the orange is. I wanted to say pumpkin, but I'm not sure. Right, pumpkin. I don't know. And then mustard seed, twisted citron, um, peacock feathers, chipped sapphire, and wilted violet. I'm kind of new to the oxide craze. I didn't know what it was all about until I did my first rainbow background with it. And it took me a third of the time because it's a pigment hybrid and it just glided on like butter. And I was like, wow, so this is what a pigment this is what a pigment ink does. I was really surprised and I loved it. So for any type of rainbow background, I prefer doing it with the oxides and I prefer doing it with these blending brushes, these blending sponges, because the brushes are perfect for dye inks, but my goodness, even the blending brushes can't compare to the time it takes. And they're vibrant and beautiful. So for the backgrounds, I like Distressed Oxides and I'll continue using them. Like I said, I don't have very many of them. I don't have the full set at all. And I just started picking them up probably within the last year. I was looking at this Lots of Heart stamp set, and this one says sent with lots of heart. I thought that was a cute pun. And I just got this vine design and this ornate thing, so I thought, maybe I'll use one of these. In the end, I go with lots of heart because I like the punniness of, sent with lots of heart. And I'm sending lots of hearts in the background. So I just chose to do ours on video. I did theirs with a card. I didn't make it. I just made the first panel. And I'm a snob. What can I say? All right. I'm sorry. I like those extra details. And yeah, I did try to cut this out to save time on the foam sheets, but it wasn't long enough. And then I tried to piece it together and it was a humongous fail because you never want to run them through twice. So if you do run the foam sheet through, make sure your plates are really good. Even, do a shim or two because the middle really doesn't want to cut out as much. And don't run it through twice because then the foam gets all wonky. I wanted to do some water splatters here and pick them up, but I was too focused on getting the black done. So I didn't pick up my water splatters here. Oh, well, next time, I guess. But I did add some black splatters with some frost white ink, and that's going to make it so shimmery, guys. Look at this. Oh, I can't wait to show you. Even on video, and if it's on video and it's sparkly, it is way sparkly, way sparkly. Look at me. I'm talking like my daughter. But look at this. It like dances, doesn't it? All that sparkle and shine. It's gorgeous. So I go a little crazy with my splatters, but because I'm just doing white hearts, I figure I can get away with it. The best thing to do is to take your first panel of hearts and attach them to the background if you're going to layer them. I can't because my panel is wet and I didn't want to take the time to dry it or to sit and wait because I had already been, had already crafted most of the day, and I was just getting to the end of my day and I wanted to come upstairs. But the best thing to do is put the first heart stack on your panel. Then you have one solid piece that's not so bendy and twisty. And then put your second hearts panel down. And then your third, because I did use 3. I might have used 4, but I decided that 3 was enough. It did give it lots of nice dimension. Tape runner was the best I found because glue got dry. The top got dry before the bottom. I was done with it, but I didn't want to use Tombow glue because then it's sticky afterwards. So tape runner, dot runner is the best. Just hold them on. Just do it delicately. Hold on while you pull out from where they're attached to, kind of like you do a snowflake. And I did add some glossy accents to some of the inserts of the holes of the hearts and just made them completely, one large accent. I did lots of those. I don't know where it went. It probably went when my dog, or my daughter's dog, Bolt, decided that he had to be up there with me. So I deleted that out because even though he's cute and adorable, he's a pain in the keister, and he just needs your attention all the time. So I was petting with one hand and crafting with the other because he was crying because he really wanted my daughter home. I made 3 or 4 of these scents with lots of heart, because my embossing did not want to stick well. And it had lots of I don't know what was going on with it. So my Versamark needs to be re-inked or something. And so I just stamped it several times and pushed down really hard. And I got this really cute stamp. What do you think? I hope you love it. Do you see that that some of the hearts were really glimmery? That was the glossy accents. I really like that. And I'm going to do a quick. Oh my good heavens, Amanda, you need more coffee. A quick inside of the card. Sometimes I call it a middle, but today I said it right, the inside. But I didn't put another sentiment because I didn't have a really good one. I mean, I miss you, or thinking of you, or there's lots of things you could do. I wasn't close to my Stampin' Up or my daubers, so I just use the oxides. I was told you really don't stamp well with oxides, but I think I stamped pretty well with these. I did have to bring in my extra little foam mat because this is a photopolymer set. And I press down and I leave it for a while because I'm like, okay, I know it's not going to transfer, but I want something for my middle. I don't want to just waste my time. And I thought it came out really well. And I actually looked at it and I'm like, wow, there's lots of more ink on there. Maybe I can do a ghost one. Maybe I should have spritzed it and saw what that happened. But like I said, I'm not a genius with the oxides because I haven't used them. And I had a boo-boo on my block with a little bit of green. Now I'm going to futz and fiddle. Yes, I am. And I'm going to really try to scratch this out. And after about 5 minutes playing with it, I'm like, I'll just write over it. It'll be fine. I'll just write over it because I didn't want to do it again. I liked how much it turned out. And I knew that if I did it again, it wouldn't be as pretty. You guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope that wherever you are, the sun is shining. It's not shining here, but the sun is shining either in your life or your day. I'm going to just put this together and I think it looks great. Let me know what you think in the comments and how your day is going and what you're up to and what you're crafting with. And I'd love to chit chat with you guys. I've been indoors for 15 days and my family's normally gone. So it's just me and I need to leave the house. So I'd love to hear from you guys. I've got to just get out of this house. But with the virus and me being sick and blah, 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 you understand. Have a blessed day, guys. See you next time. Thanks.